Dear listeners, in the previous video we successfully completed sign up. Now go for login. Now take a text view. Already have an account. So when we click this text view, it will go to the login page. Now set the on-click listener. Binding dot have an account dot set on click listener. New view on click listener. Now we create an activity, that is login activity. Okay, now set the intent, start activity, new intent, sign up activity dot this, login activity dot class. Okay, now go to the sign up activity. So when successfully sign up, then it's automatically go to the login page. Sign up to login. So now we take the binding variable activity login binding binding equals activity login binding dot inflate get layout inflator set content view binding dot get root. Set the title login. Now we design the login part. So I just copy from sign up activity. We will log in by email and password. Login button and set the constraint. Now we set the on-click listener of login button. Now we take a variable of API interface. Now go to the 000 web host and create a login API. Login.php. Okay, I just copy from my previous project. And now we have to the update database name, database username and password. Okay, update from the previous API, previous sign up API. Just copy and paste it here. Paste it login API. Okay, now update the query. So when it successfully login, then we retrieve the user profile. That means we retrieve the user ID, name and email. Okay, now create a post method. Update the API name login.php. Okay, now we create a model class object, model user dot set email binding dot. There is no email. Okay, let's check the design, XML design. Okay, now we have to update the ID, email. And also update the hint. Okay, now binding dot email dot get text to string. Set password binding dot password dot get text to string. Okay, now call the API. Before that we have to initialize the retrofit. Okay, API interface dot login, then pass the model class object. Okay, now add the condition if response dot body dot get response, but get response is missing. Now go to the model class and take another serialized response and response variable, string variable and setter and getter method. Only getter method, because no setter method is needed for this. Get response dot equals okay. So okay means, so when it successfully login, then API send a response, a string that is okay. So in the Android part, we just check this message, either is okay or not. If it is okay, then successfully login, otherwise not. If get response is equals not okay, that means else incorrect email or password. And on the onFailure method, we just show a toast message, something wrong. So if the string is okay, now we show the toast message, and this toast message show the name and email. Okay, we just show only name. Dialog.dismiss. Okay, let's check. Login by email and password 128. Hi Tanvir. So our login is working fine. Okay, now test the wrong password. Okay, now we create a profile where successfully log in, then go to the profile. Okay, now we create a profile. So when successfully log in, then show the name here, and when click the icon, then it will go to the profile page. So let's do that. So in this case, we have to use shared preference. Okay, now create a class, my shared preference. Okay, I copy some code from my previous project. So now there is a set and get method, set session and get session. Now we have to take another set and get method for name and email. And by default, set name, email or session is none. Okay, now we also create a method for ID, set ID and get ID. Okay, now go to the login page, and here we use the shared preference. Take shared preference variable, my shared preference, and initialize the shared preference. Shared preference equals to my shared preference, get preference context, or this. My shared preference dot set ID response dot body dot get ID. After successfully login, then API send a response of user ID, name and email, and then now we are going to store it in the shared preference. Then go to the list activity. And there is a profile name. So we just show the profile name when it's successfully login. So we just initialize shared preference. Binding.name.setText equal to shared preference.getName. So let's check. So as we can see that it is show the none, so that is shared preference default variable. So let's check. Now we set the condition if share preference dot get name equals none, that means not equals none, then show the name, that means profile name. Okay, login again. Okay, now it show the profile name properly. Okay, now let's check when a user exit from the app, then app can remember the login session or not. So we already exit from the app and open again, and it show the profile name as it is. So shared preference is working. So when click the icon, profile icon, then it's go to the profile page. When shared preference dot get name is equals none, that means didn't log in, then go to the sign up activity, and else, that means login, already login, then go to the profile page. Okay, now we created activity, that is profile activity. So when a user click this profile icon, then check the condition if shared preference dot get session is equals none, that means didn't log in, then he or she have to log in, and if already log in, then go to the profile page. Now XML design for a simple profile activity. Okay, initialize the binding. And initialize the shared preference. Okay, now show the data from the shared preference. Okay, now set the on-click listener for logout button. So when click the logout button, then all shared preference variables set as none, that is default. And show the toast message, logout successfully. Let's check. So just log in again. And click the profile icon, and this is the profile. So just click the logout and log out successfully. So that's all about in this video. Thank you everyone.